incredible offensive rebound.
And that one, good. That's now 26 points for Wallace.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 28 points for Wallace.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And here's George for three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent three, George adds a lot to this offense.
Free throw line jump shot. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Cunningham. 30 points for Wallace.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Now, here is George. He's coming off a 25-point game against Houston.
And you know what? In that last game, he was also all over the place on defense, mucking up the passing lanes and getting all kinds of steals, too.
Wallace misses. Philadelphia has gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Kicks it out to Maxey. Pass to Edwards. There's the drive. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the feed to Wallace. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And so it's Detroit in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got George Yabusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. Now, here's Maxey out left to the wing. Nice shot by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 7.
Always able to see the complete floor. Maxey, great vision.
We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer. Well, I tell you, it's pretty obvious. Embiid takes pride in and enjoys tricking his defenders and getting them to jump on the pump fake.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
Detroit, no good that time either.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Outside, Maxey. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. Hardaway comes in for Ivy. The 76ers also with a sub. Lowry's checked in.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Inside, here's Yabusele. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Lowry showing you the veteran smarts there, able to sniff out when the D has overcommitted and taking advantage.
Got that one up quick. And it's 37 points for Wallace.
And what a competitor. I mean, he's been looking for a shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
Now here is Lowry. Still scoreless. Duren pulls it in.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Butler. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Pass to Yabusele. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Yabusele's got 8 points in the quarter.
And George is not just a scorer now. He also passes the ball well, looking to keep his guys involved.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And the 76ers call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Then a shooter's check.
Substitution on the court.
16 seconds left in the third. Ivy against Maxey. George with no one to what a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Wallace is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Duren in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. From deep, George. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, here's Wallace. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. To the inside, George. And George with the stuff.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
Wallace misses. The 76ers trail by 18. Here's Butler. Second chance shot.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Detroit leading by 17. Now the pass to Ivy. Pistons passing it around. Here's Wallace. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. The putback. Embiid puts it right back. Whoa. Wow.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive board. You've got to box that guy out.
For the 3. And he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Wallace. Wallace has got 45 points.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the put.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Butler dishes to Embiid. Cunningham against Butler. Back to Embiid. Passes it to Drummond. 5 on the clock. The three from George. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham's got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. Here's Ivey. Basket good. 9 points for Jaden Ivey.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Kicks it to Cunningham. Lets it go from 14. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Cunningham. Wallace has got 49 points in the game. Here's Butler. That shot off. Cunningham with some nice D. Here's Harris. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Pass to Embiid. Shot to stop the run. And Embiid throws it down.
Nothing new for Embiid here. Going off for a big scoring performance. Par for the course.
Pass to Wallace. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending teams, Clark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
Rebound, Detroit. Cunningham with it inside. Good D by Drummond. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. To the paint, shoots it. Detroit, no good that time either. The 76ers trail by 20. And the pass to Maxey. That ball is nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how...
Embiid finds Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Tipped away. Here's Schroeder. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Wallace. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Passes it to Grimes. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wallace, second.
And he makes the first.
Foul, team 4. At the line for the Sixers, Embiid.
And Embiid drops them both. Here's Wallace. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.